Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about whether or not you should drop $400 on a Baby Yoda doll. We're also going to talk about those McFarlane Snydercut figures getting leaked. And we're also going to talk about those Neca Toony Terrors Jaws figures. All of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello everybody and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay and with me Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is John. John, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm good. How are you, Jay?
I am doing well. Thank you for everyone that's choosing to watch John and I talk instead of Oprah interviewing Harry and Meghan. It's the talk of the town. We probably won't have Colleen in the chat because she's glued to the TV set, but that's okay. Because we're here to talk toys and excited to do it. So people already chatting in the old Chatteroony before the day even started. Jay Griffiths is here. We'll pay $400 for that. That's insane. We'll dig into it. You know, we'll talk about it. PD Dubs is here. Hey-o, PD Dubs. Jason in the house. Adam Smedberg. Gamaliel. Jason, Ghostbuster House, please. That's fair. We'll probably talk about that a little bit. Fish Traffic, yes. Classic action figures in the house, CAF, for those that are close with classic action figures. John, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. You know, just another day in the neighborhood. How are you doing?
I am doing all right. I've had like just awful sinus pollen-y things because it's like this is the beginning of the pollen season in North Carolina, and it's awful. And for those who don't know, it's the worst, and it's especially the worst during a pandemic because you just have to like tell everybody it's not COVID.
It's not COVID. It's allergies.
It's not COVID. It's just allergies. I promise. I've gotten tested. It's not COVID. It's just a lot of pollen. Todd Smith, John and Jay, thank you for hanging out with us. Hey, thank you for hanging out with us, Todd. Master Blaster, hey. Dartharian, second time viewer. Hey, you came back a second time. That's incredible. Ray Belmont is here. Nightmare. Jake Griffiths wants to know, how's the car doing, John?
So far, so good. You know, I had to replace a camshaft, some rocker arms, but I got it done. Fingers crossed.
I'm always impressed when John talks about fixing his car and stuff because I have no clue how to do it. So I nod my head. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm because I really. I
just got to jump in. Don't be afraid.
I'm so afraid. Oh man, just a couple of housekeeping things before we dig into everything. The My Castle Grayskull commercial is up on the channel. I think I posted the next day or something like that. So I'll put a link and popping up here, whatever. If you haven't seen it already, definitely check it out. And the thing that people don't know is after we finish doing our show last week, John was like, I can't believe Mattel reached out to you. So if anybody actually believes that Mattel really, they did not. Mattel had nothing to do with it. I was just making a joke. And I'm sorry, John, and anybody else maybe thought I was
I was completely convinced. And my mom was watching last week and she called me on Monday and she asked, was that real? She thought that was real too.
Well, anybody.
So, anybody coming into that cold, you know, I'm giving it a 50-50 that believed it was real, and I'm in that real camp.
Well, again, I am sorry for anyone I misled. It was a parody. But Mattel, if you want to use it, I think Hasbro owns My Buddy, though, so I don't know if they will. Maybe they've gone in public domain or something, that song, but you know, feel free to use it if need be. But that was a lot of fun. Jeremy is artist here. Jamie Jones. That commercial was hilarious. Thank you. Evermaster Orders here. Yes, yeah, that was a lot of fun. All right, and then if you haven't watched it already, if anybody has completed WandaVision, Ralph and I did a finale discussion for Screen Geeks, the other live show we do here on Geek Dad Life. So check that out. Did you watch the finale yet, John?
I did. I saw it late. I saw it Saturday, so I watched it and then I immediately watched your Screen Geeks. It's a little bit. It's like this.
Okay. All right.
It's like this. It had some good, but I'm with you. With your opinions on it.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But there's particular parts where it was like watching a game of catch. Honestly.
That's fair. Hey, but sometimes games of catches and movies are fantastic. I cry every time Kevin Costner asked his dad for a catch in Field of Dreams. Dad, can I have a catch? Anywho, moving on. Now, some episodes are upcoming on this channel very soon. I was trying to get one done in time before this show today. I just didn't have enough time. So it'll probably be up tomorrow. We'll talk about that in Toy Halls. That's my main Toy Haul for the week. But another show that I filmed that should be dropping Tuesday, unless anything else goes wrong. But it's an episode I'm really excited about because I love the thumbnail artwork. Here's the thumbnail artwork. How to fix your burnt ecto.
Oh.
On Tuesday night on this channel, youtube.com/geekdadlife. Gonna do a little video on how to fix your burnt ecto one if it is in fact burnt. So be on the lookout for that. It turned out pretty good, I think, if you see the picture right there.
Yeah, it does. It looks pretty good.
Way better than whatever the hell the burnt one was. Anywho. All right. John, you ready to dig into some recent toy hauls?
I am.
Let's put up the old thingamajiggy here. Where'd it go? Here we go. All right, there it is. Recent toy hauls. John, did you go first last time?
I think you went.
I
think you went.
All right.
All right. I did it again. Bought another pop.
This is okay. I'm starting to get worried now, John. This is getting concerning.
Yes. I went on a hunt.
Okay.
Not for pop, obviously.
Okay. Sure.
I went out looking for Origins figures.
Mm-hmm.
And leaving empty-handed is the worst.
So you saw those pictures of the Ram Man and Clamp and stuff like that, and you got excited.
Yeah, but even anything, because I still only have Wave 1.
You really haven't got anything but Wave 1 yet?
Right. Until I can't remember what day it was, but Gary found me Wave 2.
Okay.
Andia has a Zodak for me as well.
Okay. All right.
So I went out looking. I hit up Morrisville, Target, Walmart. I went to my Walmart.
Yep.
But the Spring Funko Pop Fair, whatever they call it, with the shared Emerald City exclusives were dropping. Yep. So I found Dwight as Kerrigan from the Robert California Halloween episode. When Robert California's son comes in. Yep. And they wax poetic about Kerrigan, with the blade wings and everything. So I figured I'll get that. But while I was there, this goes back to a story that you told about finding the McFarlane Red Sun Superman.
Yes.
So there's one sitting there on the peg, and the hammer and sickle logo was messed up.
Oh, that's okay. So that's 3 now that I have 2 that I saw, and the one you saw. Man, that's such a bummer.
Yeah, one whole corner of it was unpainted.
Oh wow.
So I was like, nope. I'm out for this one. I'll wait until if there's a good one.
Right now, I'm worried. Like, are they all kind of messed up, and it's going to be like really hard to find? I guess that's like NECA figure problems right there. Like,
right.
Wow, it's a pain.
Right, and especially when the store only has if they get one case, or 2 cases, there's 1 or 2 to compare.
Yeah,
at least NECA, they might get 4 or 5. You can pick the least bad out of. But so I left it and left with the pop because I hate leaving empty-handed.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Well, at least
but on the flip side, my Wave 1 and 2 of the TMNT Ultimates came in.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
You open them, or do you got them?
Oh yeah. I opened all of them. I got them all.
And how are they? Like, am I okay? You can kind of check my review quality here. Was I just being way over the top, or are they as good as I was going on about.
Oh no, they are. For me, they're better than what you sold them as.
Dang. Okay. Wow.
Because so you've collected turtles.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't really stopped. You got
Yep.
Some childhood survivors, and you got NECA and all that stuff. Whereas I haven't bought a turtle for myself since vintage. Since I was a kid. I am all in on these guys. This is like this has rekindled everything. And just the size of these, the beefiness, it's unreal.
Right? They just, again, like this is, I think the Bebop is bigger than Ram Man was, or at least it feels heftier. Or
I think he is tall. I think he is taller, but he does feel heavier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the shredder, I didn't realize that he has like his sort of, I don't know, it's not a cape, but whatever you want to call it. I didn't realize it was wired.
To be honest, I didn't know that either. I was so like meh on him. I didn't even.
Yeah, he's actually I think Splinter is my most meh.
Yeah, because he's kind of it is a little boring. Yeah. For me, the thing that bugged me about the shredder was no ab crunch. Because I don't think any of them have an ab crunch, which generally is fine because usually it cuts up the sculpt. But with Shredder, I felt like he should have had one, and he could have gotten more crouched position or something.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit more throwback for him in particular.
It's still, I mean, it's still a good figure. It's like the worst of these figures is still a really good figure.
Right, and I do like the newer heads on the turtles with the longer mask. Sort of end tails hanging off there. I do like those more. Yeah. And Baxter Stockman is way bigger than I thought he was going to be.
Right? He's huge with the wings and everything.
He took up the entire bubble, like the entire package.
Yeah.
Insane.
Look at that smile. That is a smile of someone who is with these turtle figures.
Yep. And so when I went to order the I think I told you about it. I got Wave 2 when they did the variants.
Yep.
And then Wave 1, I was able to get everybody but Raph.
Yeah.
And then, so I had everything paid for, and then Big Bad listed like one set of Wave 1 all over again, because otherwise I would have been like, close to $100 to get Raph by himself. So I ended up buying another set of Wave 1 just to get Raph.
Nice.
So I have an extra, what is it? Foot Soldier,
Splinter, and
Baxter. Yeah.
Dope. Well,
so I am elated with these figures.
Right? They're just so good. The paint's amazing, the sculpt's amazing, and just the variety. Like it's such a diverse. And maybe because Motu Classics, it had the buck system, which was carried over from the line. But a lot of times it felt like they were limiting the horsemen. A lot of times it was like, well, you have to keep to the buck because we got to cut costs, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And this line feels like just do whatever you want.
Right.
Just
like
go for it.
The scale of everything, like nothing is the same.
Yeah.
And it works perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm so excited for these figures.
That's awesome.
And has anybody tried to put water in him?
I don't think it's watertight.
That's a bummer. Because I didn't detach any of his gut pieces off the sprue.
Yeah.
Even the painted ones.
I put some of the painted ones in, but the turtle doesn't fit in there because like the brain is right up there, so it doesn't quite fit in there. But I put some of the smaller pieces in there.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Because his brain covers it, so it just kind of sits on top of his head. But
it's awesome. I love these figures. I absolutely love them.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that sometimes I worry when I get so excited about something. And again, I'm not a journalist, so I don't like have any journalistic integrity. I just, if I love it, I'm going to talk about how much I love it. But sometimes I worry, like, am I being too over the top about something? But I really, really did dig it. Pixel Dan's review showed it not being watertight. So there you go.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I didn't really want to try because the paint is so nice in there, like the details on the wash and everything. I was like, I'm not putting water in there.
I fill water in and then watch the paint like sort of
Exactly.
dribble down.
Oh man. All right. Going to the chat here. Riley Bob with a great comment. Once you pop, you can't stop.
For real. And I almost bought the new Mantenna Pop, but I hate the way his eyes look. They're unpainted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're just white. They're just solid white. And the big thing with Mantenna is the eyes.
Exactly.
And like the bloodshot veins all around, So I was excited for that when I planned on buying it. And then once I had it in hand, I was like, nah, that's okay.
Man, like that's sometimes Pop with their aesthetic of just the single colored eyes, whatever it is, just doesn't translate well. Like it just comes across weird. I think Kermit is another one of those. Like there's just some that just don't work.
Right.
And that's a bummer that was the case there. Jay Griffiths, the smile on his face says it all. Indeed. Jamie Jones, I guess I'm lucky my Red Sun suit has a great paint job. Well, good for you, Jamie. I have not seen one yet. And now John's like, maybe it's just the ones that got shipped to North Carolina. Those are all the crap ones. Eddie Aguilar, Cowabunga. Adam Steinberg, Wave 5 are supposed to be revealed by the end of the month. Awesome.
Oh.
Wave 3, when is that one coming out? I bought a whole shipper case of that with James.
I feel like it's got to be, I mean, it can't be that soon because Wave 2 seems relatively new.
Yeah.
In hand anyway.
Yeah. If you want to, John, if you want to go in on me with the Wave 4 one yet, I don't think we've paid yet with James. So if you want to go in with me on the Wave 4, you're more than welcome to.
Done. I'm in.
Let's see. Ray Belmont. Those are really awesome. They just bring you back to the cartoon movie games, etc. Riley Bob. I keep telling myself I'm not jumping on Super 7, but the more I see them, the more that nostalgia itches. To me, the Super 7 stuff, the price tag is high. It is, and I think that is a barrier. Because even for me, I was like, all right, Wave 1. I'm gonna bite the bullet and see am I in, And I was like, oh, these are awesome. These are really great. I'm in, definitely in. And then Wave 2 comes around. I was like, oh my God, like this is insane that we're getting this many amazing figures. Like once a year kind of figures in one wave, And so I do think eventually, Riley Bob, you're gonna bite the bullet.
Yeah. They are a little bit pricey, but the amount of extra parts. The alternate hands, each basic turtle comes with 3 alternate sets. So there's 4 total sets, the alternate head, non-painted and painted weapons.
Yep.
You really can't go wrong, especially because if they're like $45, that's half a price of a Mezco.
Yeah.
It's still twice the price of like a Marvel Legends, but you're really getting, I think this is the price on these is like just right. Like it feels just right.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where you kind of have to have it in hand to really appreciate that. Seeing as a picture versus in hand it's like 2 different things. Or even in, say a review, and I generally try to shoot in 4K and that's all great and everything. But even that, I don't think it's you really have to have it in hand to fully get that effect.
Yep.
You should. They're great figures. Jay Griffiths, Super 7, killing it. PD Dubs, Todd Smith. I got Marvel Retro 375 Wave 1. The Kenner style figures and the cardbacks are perfection, guys. I've seen a lot of people picking up and finding those retro Marvel figures. My big beef with those was I think they should have went superpowers scale, but they do look pretty cool. If I find one when I'm going out, I'll pick a couple up and see. But I'll still say I'm bummed they're not in superpower scale. Hopefully Super 7 Transformers makes up for the red line Hasbro's trying to do. Really need the scale to be right so they can fit my Marvel Legends. Again, that's where it's just like every Ultimates figure they've done so far has usually been trying to evoke the style and feel of the action figure. And that's what I think has turned me off with their Transformers one, because it's the opposite. They're just trying to get a really accurate cartoon figure, and that doesn't appeal to me at all. But I get it. I get if people want that style figure, then that's probably perfect for you. But just for me personally, it doesn't hit me as hard. Old school's in the house. Finally, old school. Jiggers bite the smaller bullet. Now they skyrocket pretty quickly. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how fast they go up. It must be a really lower
like a production number.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
In Landeros, Hello Gentlemen, Pixel Dan is doing a live stream currently. However, I'm a GDL loyalist. John and Jay come second to no one. Greetings from Chicago. I see how it is, Pixel Dan live streaming during this time.
Greetings from Chicago. Is it Pixel in Chicago?
I thought it was like, I thought it was like Indiana or something. Somewhere around there. He's around there, I think. But we'll have to have him on the show sometime. He was going to do our local toy show, and then the pandemic ruined that. Old school, I had almost a complete collection of the Amigo Pocket Superheroes figures as a kid, so the 3.75 Marvel are scratching that nostalgic itch. The only 3.75 Marvel figure I haven't found is Spider-Man. He is the only one I want. Again, that one looks pretty good. And Jeremy is art. I'm still waiting on my Ralph from Entertainment Earth. They sent it through a different shipper, and it's been stuck in Atlanta for a week. Ugh. For almost a month. I hope they can replace it.
I was in the exact same boat. It spent like 8 days in Atlanta. They use Pitney Bowes, and then Pitney Bowes brings it to your local post office. It's
what?
Yeah, it is
so weird.
So weird. It kind of reminds me of the way that Digital River used to ship. From Maddie Collector, where they shipped it from a warehouse for Entertainment Earth. I always thought Pitney Bowes was just like they made like printing services. But apparently they are some sort of third party courier service, and it went from, it wasn't Utah, but I can't remember, maybe Wisconsin, to Atlanta, and then it sat in Atlanta for like 8 days, and then it just showed up at my local post office for delivery.
That's weird. Why would they do it? Does it really save that much?
I don't think so, but maybe for them it's just easier from a warehouse. Who knows?
Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. I get, we'll see. And hopefully, Jeremy, it does come in soon. It looks like it's the exact same for Jeremy. Eddie Aguilar, Illinois represent. Yeah, I did the correct pronunciation, Illinois, right? Isn't that how it's correct pronounced?
I think so.
I think Chicago's great though. Great city, very cold. What did you find eBay there? No, John has this eBay store. So if I've hung out with John many times over the years. So just you have to just get used to if you're having lunch or getting a beer or whatever with John's like
something just happens,
Sold to the next bit. All right. My turn, I guess. Let's see what I did this week. I didn't do too much, to be honest.
Did you forget you had something again?
No, I didn't do that. But I was just congested and just wasn't feeling great for most of the week because of the pollen and whatnot. So I didn't get a lot of time to hunt. But the couple something did come in that I'm doing a video review on that's going to hopefully drop tomorrow. So I'll talk about that. But first, another thing that I'll probably do a video review for. It's not so much a toy, but when we were at Target today, they had the latest in their Super Soaker guns. So the XP50, the retro style.
Oh, nice. That's the one I had.
Right? Like every kid had this one. So if you remember, if people have been watching the channel for a while, did a review of the ones they did last year, which was the XP130 or something like that. So I reviewed those on the channel. My kids, the whole family loves them. It's a little cold still for squirt guns, but I saw on the shelves the ones last year sold out completely, and you couldn't find them after a while. So I saw a couple there on the shelf today at Target. So I jumped at the chance. Plus they're really cheap. It's like $14 for one of these. So once it's a little bit warmer, I'll do a review of these the new Super Soaker, the one they added for this year, the XP50 AP. So pretty pumped about that one. And again, if you were looking at my sequel saying, I was looking at the Super Soaker just yesterday at Target. PD Dubs, Sebastian Gomez doing pick up that Super Soaker tomorrow. Again, they were, there was like a whole bunch on the shelves, and then they were gone. They were completely sold out within a couple days. So maybe they've made a lot more this year. But if you're interested in them, if you see them, buy them, because they'll probably be gone pretty soon. Ray Belmont, very cool. Jay, I saw my Super Soaker 2000 from back in the day. I missed the carnage. I that baby. 2000 was nuts. The highest I ever, I had the Super Soaker 200, which was like the double barreled one. It had the strip and everything. But the 100 and the 50 were the ones that I used the most. All right, let's see. The other thing that arrived this week was the Playmates Movie Star Turtles that arrived, and I'm going to save most of my thoughts for the review. I was working on edit all day. I was trying to get up in the afternoon, but just didn't work out. But it is interesting, and I'll be excited to be talking about it. But I'll show at least one of the figures from that box that showed up. So this is the Michelangelo. So definitely check it out. This is the. No, I'm kidding. This is a knockoff.
I was going to say, he doesn't even have a belt.
But this is a knockoff. Okay. And this is the real one. It's not that much better.
Oh boy.
The color is just, it's bad. I don't have I did comparison shots. This is the knockoff one. This is the new one. The color is just way off on a couple of these. But, and again, you'll see this in the video, but the travesty of this set is the Splinter.
What's up with his feet?
What is this? I still haven't finished the editing. I might just do a scene with like this Splinter laying on the ground. I was like, kill me. Kill me. This is so bad. I can't believe they look at the tail is just casted in gray. There's no paint separating it. The feet are painted white. His arms are painted like beige, but then there's no transition to the arms.
He's like wearing gloves.
Yeah. What is this trash?
That is exactly that.
So it'll be interesting. Check out the video. It'll drop tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be fun. Make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button for this show, hit it right now. It really helps out the show. Looks like a mutated gopher, Ray Belmont. Yes. It's terrible. Terrible. Riley Bob, also known as Miguel Angelo and Raffi, the discount turtles.
That discount turtle looked better than the official one.
Still better than the eBay price of others. But here's the thing. Okay, so this is the knockoff one, right? On eBay for years, they've had these knockoff movie turtles. But check out the neck articulation here. Look at that, pretty good neck articulation, right?
Yeah, that is pretty good.
For a cheap knockoff. Well, let me show you the great neck articulation of the new Michelangelo from Playmates.
And that's what you get.
Woo! Hold on. Can do a little bit of side to side.
Yeah. So he's got to lean back to look up.
He's got like it's way harder. It's not rubber really.
Oh.
Anywho, I don't like being negative, but it won't be the rosiest of pictures tomorrow that I will paint. So be on the lookout for that video. Master Hoarder, those COVID spots are yucky. I agree. And yeah. All right, those are my hauls. Pretty light this week. I did pick up a vintage toy from my buddy Ralph. If you watched the Screen Geeks on Friday, he was really looking for a mask, Thunder Hawk, and Cro-Mag Toys got a whole collection in, and it was like one of the nicer ones that I've seen. So I like jumped at the chance to get it. Just throws turtles. Listen, Eddie, this is not a good turtle.
Those spots are terrible.
It's so bad. Anywho, all right. Moving on. Let's go to the news. John, what do you say? Anything else before we go to the news?
Nope, that's it.
All right, here we go. Oh wait. And now it's time for the latest toy news. All right. It was the leading thumbnail for our episode today. And the thing is, I didn't realize it was a thing until John told me it today. But because I knew they did that creations thing that for that floating one. Yeah. But I didn't realize Mattel was gonna make like an actual full release for this kind of super expensive Grogu plush toy. So here it is. Just when you thought the child computer, our designers created this adorable adaptation of the Mandalorian foundling with eyes that melt hearts and a detailed robe. He's only available for 1 week.
That's a short window.
1 week. Like let's see. $400. How?
And it's plush.
It's the same. They've been it's like $17 for this thing?
Yeah.
At retail?
So you're getting a $370
pram? And the thing is, okay, so I guess there's they put a little bit of flocking on his head. So there's a little bit of fuzz. So you got that. So that's pretty cool. And then you get this cool stand and you get this pram. So I guess that's where they're spending the money on this thing.
Yep.
I guess it's an adjustable stand. It can go higher or lower.
Yeah, it goes to like 42 inches high.
So it's got that. That's a pretty cool feature. And it can stand up. Look at even the hands are just plush. They're not even like, plastic hands or something.
No, the whole thing is plush except for his head.
But they couldn't like upgrade it here. They couldn't give you like an articulated hand or something. Nope. And you get a squid. So you got a squid toy. You can plug that on.
Yeah. And he comes with the shifter knob thing.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know if the main race had the feet, but the shifter knob and the bowl with a frog was the Costco exclusive for this figure. And that with all those accessories, it was like one of those Costco things where they gave it to you for the normal retail price, but they gave you a bunch of extra stuff. I think it was still like $17 during the Christmas season. They had a whole bunch of them. So I guess you're getting an exclusive squid. I wasn't sure if it had feet or not, so maybe you're getting feet and this pram for $400. I can't fathom anybody dropping this kind of money on this.
No.
Now, this is making the Razor Crest look like a steal. $350.
So they probably took all those extra Costco ones that they couldn't sell, and they threw together this pram that it probably cost them like $100. It threw away the packaging from the Costco figure, throw it in this. Because if you look at the shipping dates, it says that it starts shipping, I think in April. Which for Mattel Creations is pretty quick.
Yeah.
They're more so, 5 or 6 months out, not 2 months. So this has got to be ready to go. Like this must be finished.
Well, they already have these. They have a whole bunch. I think you're right. I think they took the surplus Costco ones, sprinkled some gray hairs on its head. I think we say last week with the Skeletor's cape, just took some stick glue and put them on there. Oh my god. That's and the thing is here is the pram got destroyed like in the 3rd episode. Spoiler if you haven't seen it, but it's been a while. But yeah, so this just seems weird to me. for Mattel Creations is very artsy types of things, kind of neat projects, one-off things. This seems like they already probably did the sculpting and everything maybe for this holiday season. Like, it's probably gonna be too expensive. Yep. And then they're like, crap, I got this stuff just sitting here. Just throw it up on Mattel Creations, and we'll just charge an obscene amount to make it seem like something special.
Yeah, absolutely. If this was like 20 years ago, this would have been something that they would have sold at like FAO Schwartz, or something, a high dollar store, be like in the JCPenney catalog. This is not. I don't think it's worthy of Mattel Creations.
No,
at all.
Not at all. Not at all. And I mean, again, I guess they can do whatever they want. It's their company, it's their site. Right. Go for it. But I agree. I think it's silly. This has got to be the most expensive plush toy ever. That isn't like one of those. I don't know. To your point, like FAO Schwartz would have those like those really expensive teddy bears or whatever.
Yeah, like the giant giraffes and the whatever.
Crazy stuff. But this is literally you could go buy these in stores today for $14.99.
Well, chances are, once this doesn't sell, because everything on Mattel Creations usually sells out really quick. So once this doesn't sell, you'll probably be able to get this for like $100.
Well, I would just think they would burn it. Why not? It's like, why sell it for less? They have. It's why I think they're doing this to 7 days, because they know it won't sell out.
Yep.
Man, if this thing sells out, then I guess we're just idiots. But I just don't see how.
That person that spent $12,000 on that levitating one.
Yeah.
Is super ticked off right now.
Oh my God. KJ Smith is in the house. Good to see you, KJ. T-Ponder, my target said they're getting a shipment of Origins Wave 4 on Wednesday. So I guess they're hitting states now. So that's exciting for Wave 4.
Oh, wow.
So that's good, T-Ponder. Eddie Hagler, Jesus, agreed. Ray Belmont, no way in hell. Gamaliel, 1 week? They sure want you to feel the FOMO.
Yep.
Exactly. This all just feels like a stunt. It's 7 days. $400, which makes no sense. It seems like this is a prank. If this was April 1st, it would be like, oh, okay, all right, that's fine, sure. Yeah.
And so this closes on the 12th. So I bet at 11:59 on the 11th, I'm going to get an email that says, "We heard your cries. We're extending the pre-order. Now you have until the end of June."
Oh my God. And we'll throw in a Crystal Skeletor. Jeremy is art. Did they forget that the Hot Toys life-size Grogu exists? Exactly.
Yep.
The Sideshow and Hot Toys. What was the life-size I know the Sideshow is like $300 or whatever. What was the Hot Toys? Maybe I'm going Sideshow.
I thought it was pretty close. I thought it was around like $350.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, speaking of the Bo-Katan Hot Toys, looks awesome.
That looks really good.
I think. Oh, thank you. Get the child now. All right, here we go. Look at this ad. Just took me right to it.
They heard us talking about it.
Oh, it's $375 now. Yeah, they saw this Mattel thing. Like, all right, let's back the price.
They'll send you the coupon for the difference.
All right, let's see. The child Hot Toys. See the life size one. I just want to get the sense of cost. Okay, $410. And then this one is 1/4 scale. So 1/4 with the pram is $175. But here we go. Life size scale is $410. And this thing is articulated. It probably has like movable pupils.
Yep.
I think swappable ears, so you can do like different looks with the they got different hands, stand.
The outfit looks handcrafted. It doesn't look like it came off the rack in the kids department.
And again, it's a cute plush, but you can get it anywhere for a nickel.
Yeah, it's not $400. And I know they're trying to sell the pram. That's the
sure.
That's the gimme of it, but This
Or we
is
just custom make a pram, right? Like, geez, like, yeah, that's more expensive than like a real life pram for a baby. Uh, let's see here. There was where is the? Here we go. Toy Doc. Mattel lives up to charging on the flocking because we made fun of them charging for the flock panther, which is like an extra $15 or whatever. Like, whoo! I think we should be counting our lucky stars that they didn't charge more than that for the panther. Ray Belmont. The flocking was $300 of it. It has to be. It has to be. Those are silver hairs. They used real silver for the filament. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. A silver is trading like $15 an ounce. That doesn't even make sense for the cost. No, this is insane. Eddie, I'm going to need a real Baby Yoda for $400. Riley Bob, does fat $400 cover the child care costs? Whew. And Landro's $400. That price is going to drive me to drinking, guys. Another 100, you can have a Thunder Tank. Wow, I know. Again, this makes the Thunder Tank look cheap.
Yep.
Order. That's like another child support. Sebastian might as well get the Thunder. Exactly. Much better spin on a Thunder Tank. Much better spin.
Yep.
Riley Bob couldn't even throw in some Jedi powers. Cheapskates. I agree. Jagers, the Hot Toys ones ever worth the money. Yeah, I mean, with Hot Toys, just like, yes, it's expensive, but very rarely you're like, this wasn't worth it because they're just incredible. Always.
And you gotta wonder what Mattel has to give Disney for their cut,
right? But they're selling them already for $15. They can't. I don't think they can up the cut, or is it a per whatever the total price is? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. But this just got me sort of scared because we've toyed with the idea of, will Mattel make another like Eternia playset, something that scale, where I said it would totally be possible on Mattel Creations where they could do a project like HasLab or something like that. But that thing it's huge. Now compare it to this, they try and get $1,000 for an Eternia playset.
Yeah. For a freaking plastic pram.
Yeah,
it could be $2,000. No. Ray Belmont. Jay, it's Mattel's prank revenge on your My Buddy. There can only be one My Buddy. Eddie Agler, fine, I'll get one just to see. JK. Zeragon, you need both the cradle for the Hot Toys, I guess. But again, I feel like a customizer can make one for cheaper. Yeah. Todd Smith, we have mountains of Baby Yoda stuff at retail. Grogu, grow gutful. Yeah, I agree. Todd. Yeah, this is that is something. I don't even have a proper sound bite for it because it's not a womp womp. It's just a I don't know what to put on it. Hold on, maybe we'll just do crickets because I don't know what else to say. $400. Insane. All right, Riley about laughing at Ray. Dartharian, geez, just checked out Mattel Creations. Besides the overpriced pram, they want $450 for a neon color He-Man Bellcat, but that thing sold out. Yeah,
that's sold out in like 3 seconds, and those are going for like $1,000 on the secondary market.
Ugh.
But it was also, it's not just a regular size He-Man and Battlecat; it's a statue.
Big. I mean, it is an art piece, but wasn't there kind of a controversy that he bought them all out and sold them before they even?
Yeah, because people that were somehow in the know with Madsaki had actual confirmed orders.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how that happened, considering Mattel Creations was supposed to drop them at a certain day, at a certain time.
Yeah.
And then it was just immediately sold out. And they were actually on sale on eBay before the pre-order happened.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Maybe they're just trying to be like, all right, the Madsky thing sold out so fast. Will they buy anything? Boom.
Yep.
There you go. Brad Brooks, is it a Tim Allen arc? something. It's something. I don't know yet. We'll have to figure out something. And I'm sure some toy company will do this to us again. If Mattel pulls this off, you better believe some other toy company will try to do this to us again.
Yep.
Oh man. All right, moving on to some cool stuff. McFarlane Snydercut figures. This is pretty cool. I'm kind of indifferent to the Snydercut. I think we both have HBO Max, so it's like I'm getting it anyway. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm definitely in the camp of the Snyder has great visuals, but story and everything kind
of washes out.
Yeah. But I think it'll be fun. But the Dark Side figures and the Steppenwolf look awesome.
Yeah. They're the best looking out of the bunch.
Yeah.
Besides the Flash.
Yeah, Flash looks great too.
I don't know if we have any more information about how these the Dark Side figures, the Dark Side figure in particular is getting released, because there's like that version and then there's like an armored one. I don't know if it's the same figure with removable armor.
I was thinking it was removable armor. The pre-orders are going up now. So on Toy Shiz, I believe it's on Amazon. Yeah. So you can purchase them or pre-order them on Amazon right now. So you're right. The Flash looks fantastic.
Yeah, they did a good Ezra Miller sculpt on that. The Batman looks good with the mask. The unmasked Batman does not look like Affleck.
Maybe they couldn't quite get the likeness.
They can only get his chin and mouth likeness. They couldn't get the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that would cost extra if they did that.
Yeah, but that ab crunch looks really odd.
Yeah,
on that Dark Side without the armor.
Maybe because they had to make it thinner for the armor. But let's see if it comes. It doesn't look like it comes with armor. Huh. So maybe they'll do two, one with armor, one without. But I agree, the one without, like, the midriff just looks too skinny.
Yeah, it looks like he's sucking it in.
Yeah.
Or something, and you see like the bottom of his ribs.
Yeah. I'd rather just have the armored one. Yeah, you're right. It looks too small.
Yeah.
It looks like he's sucking it in. You're right.
But I also wonder.
But again, it's like if you just like maybe put your hand up to like just cover the lower half, looks amazing, and then you pull your hand away, and then
it's like a kit bashed figure. They took two.
Yeah.
They took two figures that didn't quite match up. But with that said, the first Batman figure that McFarlane did from when he got the license, that had an odd ab crunch. Like his figures gradually got better.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if when these got designed, this has to go back to about that time, because
you think so? God, when were they making that movie? I can't remember now. Was that 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
I feel like the big the push for release the Snyder Cut was probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it took a couple years.
God, was it that long ago?
Yeah,
I've lost all sorts of time in this past.
And you got to figure, once they started re-rendering Darkseid for a actual release, the team at McFarlane, they had to start working on that a year prior to that to even get a prototype in hand. So we're probably looking at a figure that was at that time when they were creating that first Batman figure. So we're sort of
maybe
back in time with their the level of
but again, the Batman looks great. Like maybe they just did this one before, but it's just the ab is just so weird.
It's way oversized, but that looks awesome right there.
That looks great. So why can't I just want that? Can I have that? I just want to buy this. Can I buy that? I think the soups looks pretty good. The head looks a little small here on the normal suit. and the black suit as well. The head just looks a little too small. The suit looks great though. And the let's see, but again, I think the Batman looks pretty good. I dig that.
Yeah, the Batman, that does look really good.
And then the Aquaman, I didn't dig this armor so much, and the head sculpt doesn't look really good.
No, the head sculpt, it looks like maybe the sculpt is there, but the paint isn't.
Yeah, paint's like over. It's like it's drowning out the sculpt underneath.
Yep.
But I prefer the Aquaman armor in the actual Aquaman movie, which is more comic book look.
Yep, me too.
Oh, here's the unmasked. That doesn't look anything like that.
that is a completely different head.
That was like Crispin Glover with like Ben Affleck's chin. That's bad. But yeah, so again, cool stuff. I think you're right. I do think maybe there's a bit of some things gonna be better than others, but yeah, some of the head sculpts are just not there.
Yeah. But there's no individual picture for Wonder Woman.
Well, it looks like it's about the same Wonder Woman that they released for Wonder Woman 84 or before, didn't it? Kind of looks similar.
Yeah, it looks similar, but I'm wondering, are we not getting another Wonder Woman release? Because what I'm saying is there's no like individual promo shot for her.
Yep. Well, I still see those on some pegs every now and then. So maybe they're assuming you could just get that now if you wanted to.
Yeah, probably.
Who knows? But still, pretty cool stuff nonetheless. All right, next up, John. I know this one's big for you. The Toony Terrors Jaws set. It's neat, but is it not? Is it just this half of the shark? Are they not doing a whole shark?
From what I understand, he is going to come with sort of a tail end.
Okay, so
that'll come up out of the water as well.
Okay.
But I hope that it's in a box. You know, I hope it's not carded. I hope it comes in a box set like that. So if you want to keep it sealed, you know, you can keep it just like that. But there is a completely lower half of Quint, so you can stand him up if you want to.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a neat set. You know, I finally ran into the Toony Terrors Beetlejuice. Here you go. Here's him standing up. Oh, there's a little tail or his fin.
Yep. Oh yeah. The fin, yeah.
But so I almost got the Beetlejuice back, and I was like, I don't know. I have the Kenner one. I love the Kenner one. I don't need another one. And but this one's pretty cool. I really dig this set here. But I agree. I think this has to be how it's going to be displayed in the box, right?
I'm hoping so. If they do it carded, it's just a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. I will say I gotta pull this one. I forgot to put this up here from old school. Darkseid looks like he's sucking in his gut to impress Granny Goodness. It really is though. It's so bad. Sucking the guts, guys.
Yep.
Ghostbusters.
Waiting for the girls to walk by. It's like Chris Farley. Know which way to the gym.
Riley about Toony Terrors are very meh. Yeah, it's just again, I thought the Beetlejuice was fine, but I just didn't hit me enough. This is the first one I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'd kind of be down for that. Has his shelf always been John's, or just for no? If you haven't noticed it, John's.
Oh yeah, that's always been there.
If we had to rank your fandoms, is it Batman, Jaws, Motu?
It's probably
or Jaws, Batman, Motu, or how would you? See how
it's it's hard. That is really too hard. It's probably.
Am I at least? Is that your top three? Maybe you don't have to rank them.
Yeah, top three.
Okay.
It's probably it's probably Jaws, Motu, Batman.
Okay. There you go. You've heard it here, folks. For my top, I don't know. I don't know how I'd rank mine. Ghostbusters is number one for sure. And then everything else after that would be really tough. Probably Ghostbusters, Turtles. But I don't know how it would all fall together. All right. So there you go. Next up, Loot Crates updates. So I was all over that Danny figure, the movie Danny figure.
Yep.
I did not do the whole Loot Crate that had all of them. I passed. But this time, so I was like, sure, man, I'm sure it could be great, but I'm just not going to do it. And I'm cool with not getting this shark thing. It looks cool though, but I'm good. Not getting
it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sort of like a pixelated street shark.
Yeah. Which again, I'm trying to remember that from the game. Oh, Tournament Fighters. Anywho. So cool, I guess. And then Toy Recon also posted the cartoon one. Is what's his name? I'm blanking on his name now. But anyway, another, of the mutants.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I feel good in not pre-ordering the other ones. Danny's good. I'm fine. Let's see, John, have you seen the Italian unofficial Jaws sequel, Cruel Jaws?
No, I can't even say I know what that is. Is it? Maybe I can find it on YouTube or something, but no, I honestly kind of stay away from a lot of things that sour it a little bit.
Oh, maybe it's really, maybe it's one of those like, weird things that's actually awesome.
One thing that is really awesome is there's a group on Instagram called the Daily Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
And this group of fans, back when the pandemic was probably like in July, I think, a group of people, maybe like 100 people, got together, or not got together, but zoomed together.
Sure, yeah.
And they took segments of the movie, and they each would pick, say, like 2 minutes, and they stacked those. So one person did 2 minutes of the movie, the next person did 2, the next person did so on, so on, and so on. And they had to recreate the movie using nothing but like objects in their house. So like they would pretend, like when Chrissy Watkins is the first victim, and it'll be like a girl and she's like splashing around in a bathtub. But then like it cuts a scene and like her son or like is out in the hallway and he's like pretending to be the kid that's like drunk and falling in the sand. And then people did it with like stop motion and miniatures.
Oh, cool.
And they would do like scenes from when they were on the what do you call it? Like the boat that would bring the cars back and forth from the island. Not the big boat, just when Brody was trying to make a deal with the mayor. And like somebody did it like on their swing set, like on the port, on the just the kid and his son or whatever. And they would dress up, try and get like a suit with little anchors on it and everything.
That's awesome. But
they did the entire movie, and it's it's so fun.
That's awesome. I love that kind of stuff. Old School says, check it out. Released recently on Blu-ray. It was released in Europe as Jaws 5s. Jay, when you're momentarily ranking your figure franchise, I hope you know your Panther behind you was displaying his teeth more. You better mention Motu, Jay. Well, absolutely. How do I not mention Masters of the Universe? But I don't know how I would rank it. It kind of maybe adjusts over time because it is Ghostbusters, Turtles, Star Wars, DC, like Batman, Superman, Motu. Like I don't know how I would put a final ranking together other than I know it's generally always been at least in terms of toys, Ghostbusters, Turtles, Star Wars has kind of been the things I've collected the most. And then Batman's usually right below that. And then He-Man's usually right below that. But more recently, I don't really buy Batman stuff too much. And I think Motu would be higher up on that list. So it kind of adjusts. I don't know where the final ranking would be.
Yeah.
But I think definitely Ghostbusters, Turtles 1 and 2. And in terms of movies, it's always kind of Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, probably Star Wars, but E.T.'s up there. I freaking love E.T. But anywho, Luis Morero says, did you guys get the Blitzway Inspector Gadget set? It's so good. I do kind of want that set. I kind of go back and forth through pre-ordering or not, but I have not done that yet. It does look amazing. I did get a little sad that the only figure that's articulated is the Inspector Gadget. The rest of the figures are not articulated in that set, from what I understand. This is a bit of a bummer. But yeah, still, Blitzway does amazing stuff. I have the Blitzway Peter Venkman, same caliber as Hot Toys. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. I have the Galoob one. It's incredible. It's still great to this day, 40 years later, nearly 40 years later. But that Blitzway one has been the first Inspector Gadget since that one. It's like, I really think I kind of want that Inspector Gadget. Shannon Griffin, friend of both John and I. Yo, hey, Shannon, buddy. All right, and then the last thing here is a friend of mine that I kind of want to bring him on the show to talk about this toy line. It seems really neat. And it's Zombie Sailor Toys is actually making his own action figure line. And if you don't know Zombie Sailor, famous kind of toy reseller that did a really good job finding out and sussing out warehouse finds and basically, you know, getting shipper cases, fresh toys from the 80s and 90s. And like unreal finds, like you just wouldn't believe the finds that he's put together. But recently, he is going to do his own toy line, and these are like his first kind of Paint Master prototypes for Zack Ryder and who's the other guy? I can't remember the other guy's name. But anyway, Matt Cardona is Zack Ryder, and then Myers Wrestling for those two figures. But it's really cool. I kind of, you know, I don't know if I feel like I may buy a couple to support Zombie Sailor here because I think it's really cool. And I think it's really, really neat.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been following him for quite a while on this project, and he's got the original pencil designer from the Hasbro days.
Yeah.
And like that guy came out of retirement to work on this.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. And then if you look at his current pencil sketches, they look just like the stuff he used to do in the 80s. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. And again, Josh is a ham, Zombie Sailor. So, but yeah, it just seems it's like this is done by somebody who's a fan who loves you know, if he had to rank his, I would assume he'd probably put Hasbro's WWF figures as number one.
Waterworld.
Again, he takes some of that. He is part of a big warehouse find. He also got these Waterworld figures, and he made it really fun about selling those because everyone knows Waterworld figures are like trash.
But just his stuff with Kevin Costner is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But still, it's really, really cool. Been friends with him a long time, so I got to get him on the show. I got to throw him a Slack or a text or something and be like, "Hey, do you want to come on the show and talk about this toy line?" Because I think it's a really neat project that is a passion project, and I hope nothing but the greatest success for him and what he does. But if you don't follow him, definitely give him a follow. He doesn't sell too much on here anymore, but once upon a time, his warehouse find sales were insane. I mean, as you can see, this is a picture of his locker. But the one, if you don't know, the one that's probably the most significant was a few years ago. He found an entire, just huge collection of mints on card, Masters of the Universe stuff, like Battle Cats. So many. And again, I remember him messaging me when he was in the process of buying that collection. And I was just like, no way. And I think I even showed you, John. I was like, look at what he's getting. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, I think we were at a show when you showed me.
But like shipper case fresh Battle Cats. Like you went back in time and got Battle Cats. Like just unreal stuff. And you paid a pretty penny for it, but this was case fresh. So I mean, you could take these and send them off to AFA and probably get a pretty darn good grade. But anywho, it was really cool. It was a really cool time. But that's the kind of stuff he does. But definitely want to give him a shout out for his line again. Whenever it does come online or is close to doing pre-orders or something, definitely want to bring him on to talk about his, zombie sailor toys, Hasbro style, 90s style wrestling figs. It's really, really cool. All right. That is that. Let's go back to the chat. Riley, Bob, Jay, and John, where do you rate Hasbro Plasma Ghostbusters thing of dabbling, getting in the line? Figure out to ask the expert. If you're wanting movie style Ghostbuster figures, I would rank them the best. They're not perfect. I think, I did a video almost a year ago comparing the Mattel, the Matty Collector Ghostbuster figures, the Diamond Select Ghostbuster figures, and the new Hasbro Plasma Series figures. And for me, when I was putting them side by side, and you can watch the video yourself and maybe come to your own conclusion, I thought the Hasbro Plasma Series ones are the best of those because I think the head sculpts are better. They use that kind of photoreal technology that they've been using in Legends and Black Series and apparently Lightning Collection, but it has not come across as but I really dig them. And really now I think there's a lot of those are hitting clearance, so you can probably find them for pretty cheap. But John, your thoughts?
I still don't own any. I want to get the entire set. I do want all of them. They are the first iteration that I do want.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the Matty Collector. I think I had almost the entire set of Matty Collector stuff from Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
But I sold, that's been long gone.
Yeah.
The Diamond Select ones I kind of wanted, but that was more so for the rooftop.
Yeah.
But the Plasma Series, I do really want them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 2 cents. Is they're enough to make me want them?
Yeah,
for myself.
Again, they're not without their flaws. I think the suits could be colored a little bit better, but if you're good with doing a little wash or something, I'm sure they come across really well. But yeah, I think the head sculpts, everything, the whole package, the scale, and everything just fits just right for me. And I think they're a really good toy line. Luis Moreno, yeah, all the other figures are statues by Hagerman. You guys get them. It's sold out in most places, but it's in stock right now on BBTS. The Blitzway. John, when are we going to learn more about that secret toy project you teased months? It's a good question.
It's a lot of, in all honesty, it's hard to work on that because when you're working on something that's a project like that, it's hundreds of hours of work.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are self-employed, it's hard to take time off and work on something that you're not getting paid for.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big payoff in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But like right now, I can't afford to do it because like I'm hustling as much as I can to try and make money as a self-employed person during a pandemic. Mm-hmm. That's hard enough as it is.
Yes.
But to try and take a week off to work on something else that isn't going to pay me at all, it's tough.
Yeah.
And it only costs money. Like if you're a sculptor and you do casting and mold making and casting materials are very expensive. Like a silicone latex is like $100 a gallon. It's not a cheap hobby to get into. And let alone like when you just, trying to mess around with it, if you're just going to learn to do it, the materials that you're just going to mess around with is expensive, let alone all the equipment that you have to buy, the degassing chambers, your compressor, your pressure pot, all that stuff. It's very expensive. So like right now, it's not really in the cards for me financially to just stop everything I'm doing to work on that.
Well, where can people find your eBay store and they just buy all your stuff at once and then you can take a week off?
Yeah, if you want to support me that way. My eBay username is Small Plastic Heroes with no spaces.
There you go.
Just Small Plastic Heroes.
Yeah, I have seen your sculpts. I think it's a really great line. I know people that are way more important than me think it's a really neat idea. So yeah, I think hopefully at some point the stars will align and you'll be able to get that.
That's just it. I need that breaking point where I have that time. It can be worked on, finished, production, because at that point it'll be making money to just fund the next figure and the next figure and the next figure after that. So that's the end goal.
Yep. Well, you know what we'll do, John? If it's silver, maybe a month or two from now, and it's still not done, we're gonna do a telethon. We'll just raise money through here. All of us will just kind of just have a little counter up and everything.
Mhm.
What's your target goal? And then we'll just it'll be great. It'll be great. We'll have like comedians come on and a little variety show acts. It's gonna be fantastic.
Like a Bob Hope kind of special.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get Betty White. That'd be good.
Yeah, exactly. Gamaliel Ecto 1 is currently on sale $37.50 with coupon at Target if anyone is looking for one. There you go. And it doesn't matter what one you get, whether it's the burnt one or the not burnt one, because on Tuesday, my video will drop on how to unburnt your thing. That's across, right? How to fix your burnt Ecto 1. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see, going down here. I have a set of plasma series for you, John. If you give him a good price, Shannon, all right? No highballing here. I'm gonna lowball you on that one.
No monkeying around.
Old school shipper case fresh. Nothing better. That was a good video. I'm stoked about the Rock and Roll Express figures. I had a mullet because I wanted to look like them when I was a kid. I need to see pictures of that, Shannon. I need to see you in a mullet. I think it'll be great. Let's see. Jay, I'm still enthused about your Motu Origins Castle Grayskull. I bet the Awesomeness hasn't worn off yet, right? Wishing for a Fright Zone. The Awesomeness has not worn off. It's still sitting right here with me. Hold on. It's right here. That My Buddy video wasn't a joke. He sits with me in work meetings and everything. It's great. I hear I used to sell real estate while trying to write a novel. Wait, old school, you got a novel, man? You gotta share that stuff out. Small Plastic Heroes. There you go. Jay Griffin shared it out right on. Yep. I'm looking at John's shop tonight. Small Plastic Heroes. Just one item on John's shop right now. Just one item on there, John. You gotta throw more stuff on there.
There's almost 400.
There you go. Yeah, there we go. Crowdfunding is no joke. It's always an option. I think John wanted to wait till it was all done or whatever, right? Didn't you want?
Yep.
Nightmare. I'm looking forward to seeing how to fix my Ecto 1 on Tuesday. Yes, on Tuesday. How to fix your burnt Ecto 1. If you don't get the vibes of the infomercial, that's what I was going for. So hope you enjoy that. Colleen's finally here. It must mean the Meghan Markle and Harry interview must have ended. Riley Bob, my buddy. My son, my youngest Alex, is going, can you play the My Buddy video?
Oh, really?
Colleen, Oprah is the best, but now I'm here to watch the second best. Hey, listen, if we're second to Oprah, I feel like that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
That's pretty good. All right. I think that's as good a place as any on this show tonight.
Colleen jumps on and you're just going to end it right there.
That's the perfect time to end it, John. Perfect time. We will see you all next time on Toy Geeks. Sundays, 9 o'clock. We talk about the latest in the world of toy collecting. And who knows? Who knows what will happen by the time next Sunday rolls around. But I do know that do you need a $400 plush Grogu? The answer is no. Never.
Save your money, people.
Be on the lookout for my sweet review of these Playmates figures tomorrow. And again, how to fix your burnt Ecto on Tuesday. Screen Geeks Thursday. Another Toy Geeks coming up on Sunday. Until then, hasta luego. And goodbye.